All right, looks like we're getting up and going. I'm just having a sip of coffee here and making sure we're on the up on the screen. And there we are. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to say good morning. Almost want to say you beautiful bastards, but that's Philip DeFranco's line. Anyway, so today's stream is on biophilic design, and what biophilic design is. It's like the incorporation of nature into our buildings. And we have sustainable building, green building. Well, this is a new concept meant to complement sustainable design and green building. So I thought it was a really neat subject, something I had never heard of before. So good morning, Christina. Yeah, you're definitely first. How are you doing today? We have I have a kind of a it's like a continuation of last week's stream, talking about biophilic design, and it's the it's kind of meant to complement the sustainable building and green building. Um, so yeah, there's this little short video I'm gonna play a little bit of, right, just to get kind of warmed up this morning, and then I'm gonna go into the descriptions. There's a couple of cool pages. At the very last page is the Google headquarters, because they've incorporated a lot of this concept into their buildings, right? The YouTube Google headquarters. So yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, too, for anyone watching or on the replay, make sure we have the links down below. You can come back and check out any of these pages afterwards. I'm not going to cover everything in every page, so I always put the links in the description so that you guys can come back and check it out at your own leisure. So just to give a quick introduction, I'm going to get a copyright for the music. I just know it, I always do. But they've been really good.
I think
Good morning.
beauty
Good morning, Eddie.
is our
Good morning, buddy.
word
How are you?
for
Nice that you
the
and Christina are here.
perfection
Thank you.
of those qualities of environment that have contributed the most
Oops, you know what?
to human survival.
Great architects have intuitively sensed these things without probably even articulating or being able to articulate why they did what they did. It just seemed right.
If you look at it in terms of its negative, if we're deprived of the opportunity to affiliate with nature, it also affects us. If we were in a room that had no windows, that had just artificial light and processed air, basically
Oops,
you
I
wouldn't
thought I
want
was
to be
already,
there
but
for very
I
long. And if
forgot
you
my
were there for very long, if somehow you couldn't
earphones.
escape from that room, you would start to have a kind of a sensory deprivation.
We tend to think of cities and nature as being these kind of polar opposites, when in fact we need to think about the concept of a city as being more like a garden, full of nature, bountiful.
If you look at sustainability, it really is what impact does people and their behaviors have on the natural environment. And biophilia turns that on its head and says, what impact does nature have on us?
We grow as children by interacting with nature and learning about the world and ourselves, and when we cut that off, we are limiting a child's development.
Thanks,
We
thanks,
are
Eddie.
a technology
I,
company trying to
I
lead the way in
planned it,
always to innovate and attract the best talent in the world.
It was kind of
Creating
a lot of work to get
a
to
workplace
that,
has some of these biophilic attributes
to figure that all
undoubtedly
out,
helps
you
us
know,
do that more
thank you, I appreciate
successfully.
the
And
feedback.
that's good business.
My
A lot of
message
these
to architects
buildings
would
you'll
be
see
that
throughout the,
if they do their
I got
job well,
pictures of them as we go as well. But basically, I'll just jump over to the definition. So, people possess an inborn need for contact with nature, essential to their physical and mental health, productivity, and well-being. So, we know that we're trying to build with green materials, and we're trying to reduce the impact on the world and nature. But what biophilic design is bringing nature into the buildings. So not just trying to save the environment, but bring nature into everything, into buildings. So it's actually we so Yes, right. Okay, so people are becoming more productive. It was, yeah, I bet you it was, yeah. I'm a little further away than normal as well. Is the audio okay though on the mic? I could turn that up a little bit. um, that might be a little better. So the people, yeah, rooftop gardens. That's beautiful. That's also another part of biophilic design, like the rooftop gardens. And there people are doing all kinds of cool stuff. The It's saying that we spend like 90% of our time inside. So we designers are gonna try to put perfect, good stuff. Thanks for that feedback. So we're trying to incorporate natural materials and open spaces and light and all this natural stuff into schools, because children with in these schools that have been designed like this are showing higher test scores than the traditional, the institutional old, how our old classrooms were, right? There's like no windows and the just that awful lighting, right? That fluorescent lighting, right? So they're putting in more windows for natural light and using natural materials like wood and stone. And even in hospitals that incorporate biophilic design, patients are healing and recovering quicker. And yeah, so it's all around. It's just supposed to benefit our mental and physical and spiritual well-being, right? It's to reconnect us back to nature inside of our buildings. These guys here, so none of these links are affiliated with me. You can purchase this video. There's a book. There's other things you can purchase. There's also a biophilic initiative, but I'm not affiliated with them in any way. But yeah, of course, at your leisure, if you want to download that stuff, go ahead. So it's all up to you. Just so you guys know. So this is a PDF, but here's one list of elements and attributes of biophilic design. So we got your environmental features, natural shapes and forms, natural patterns and processes. So even there's like the curves and actual designs are supposed to kind of reflect or look like something in nature, right? So it's really neat stuff. I know this is a little text heavy, but this next page will get into some really cool stuff. So light and space, place-based relationships, and evolved human nature. A lot of things in here you wouldn't even think of. So this is there's lots of information. It's a really neat subject. This right here, I think is this the hotel? Or is this which one is this one? The hospital or? I'm not sure. What's this one? So, this is really sweet. The treehouse. I don't know if this is the real. Yes, real plants and so real plants, not fake plants. So I'll show you this. I don't know, one of these is actually this is a school here. So even just using natural materials is good. It's better than using fabricated, I would say, like acrylic polymers like plastic and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is a school. And it's open, and I like this outside, like classroom type area, and it's quite cool. But yeah, you can see the open space, the much isn't that neat, right? Like how they got that big vaulted ceiling, and they got the skylighting in there. That's a cool classroom. That would be much more fun to learn in than the ones I was in. There's a building. This is the building, I believe. Like, look at this. I think I actually... This building here, right? There's an urban farm in here, and employees grow their own food in this office building. This is an office building, and there's like tomato plants and other types of bushes that separate their cubicles type thing, like their office partitions are actually bushes and stuff, right? So it's really neat. It's really neat. This building is very high tech. It actually has, right? It wouldn't that be so neat to have food like you? It makes sense. Like, we can grow things. Really anywhere we can use natural light. They can use hydroponics. In any climate, wouldn't that be so cool if the kids were growing fruits and vegetables at school, and could harvest them, and that would be pretty freaking neat, I think. So what kid wouldn't have fun doing that? It's educational, it's healthy, it's really good stuff, right? Yeah, I could have a snack too, right? Snack while working. It's yes, snacks and naps. That's where it's at. This is the hospital. This is Singapore. And just look at how beautiful, like, right, the waterfall, and just the plants, and how it's just smells so great, and the air is so much better. And that other building there, it literally cleans the air for the whole building. And it has an air recycling and water recycling systems that in that office tower where they grow their own food. That's just out of this world, I used to have a garden, like my folks when I was younger. My mother had a lot. She still does. Always had lots of plants and big gardens, and she was very busy working all the time. My dad and my mom worked like 7 days a week, almost all year long, and so I would take care of the gardens. And I just, it was fun. It was just nice to be in nature, just doing the gardening. I don't know. It was just fun. It was just really calming and relaxing. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Now that we do YouTube, it's crazy. Yeah, I finally, I'm just past. Well, actually, I think I might be coming into 7 months now, and on YouTube, and I finally, like, it just got so out of control. I finally have a schedule where I'm scheduling things now. I got like a month in advance already scheduled. It feels so much better, but yeah, there's no time. Like, every single day is filled with something, and I'm only releasing 2 videos a week, and then the live stream. But it's just like it's a lot of work. You got to do your research, you got you got to write, and you got to prep, you got to shoot and edit and do your thumbnails and artwork, all that stuff. It's it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. There's no time for, especially when you have children, right? Like, that takes up a lot of time. I mean, children, a real regular job, and YouTube. It's a busy life. Yeah, and no time for gardening. I'd have to hire a gardener, but I couldn't afford it. So I just one day when we build the house, I'll definitely do a garden. So this Eden project is neat. This is Cornwall is. This is just a botanical, like, it's a conservatory almost. Schedule. Oh man, honestly, like, I got my finally, like, I feel organized now, right? Like, I feel like I got a plan, which is good, because not having a plan, just kind of going renegade or rogue there is just crazy, right? So it's nice to have a plan and to know I know what videos I'm going to do for the next 4 weeks. So that's 12 different videos in a sense, right? Because there's the 4 live streams in there. So that's good. That's very good. Guys, the VR, the stuff that I've been finding in VR is incredible. I'm already, like, There's another piece of software I'm getting, VR Red for Autodesk, and I can use that to render my buildings and stuff into virtual reality. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I got some really neat stuff for you too, Christina, coming up with that VR. Is this the cancer center? This might one of them. I think the first one. Oh no, this is the hotel. The first one I believe was a cancer center, and those first pods were close to the hospital. So I think that was the one. But yeah, this is a hotel, the Tree Hotel, right? So it's a real live tree going right through the place. It's all wood interior. It looks like it's really neat. That's a hotel. Centre Lanarkshire, Scotland. Maggie Centers. This is the. Oh my gosh, the VR is nuts. This is the cancer treatment center. So this is Maggie's Centers. So it's made up of all these there's these little cubes that are all throughout the place, and it just floods it with natural light and stuff, and the patients are encouraged to kind of sit out in these areas, and apparently it's just really really calming and cool, right? Vine, I just love greenery. The vine walls or whatever, those are pretty neat. There's this one. This is one right here. This building is cool. One Central Park. This is Sydney, Australia, and it's got some pretty neat features. So this is this is like a bunch of mirrors that reflect the sunlight into the courtyard, into the gardens, right? And then there's some kind of LED art piece as well in here that lights up at night, which is I haven't seen a picture of it, but that's pretty cool, right? The greenery is just built into the walls, right? It's so awesome. It's really cool. This building here has also different, like an air system that recycles the air, recycles the carbon dioxide out of it, and that's really neat. Like, it's totally covered, right? It's just awesome. I think there's some of these water systems in here are pretty wild too, right? Where they change gray water into clean water, which is pretty neat. But yeah, it's just, nature we need to be close with nature. I believe that. This is just an office. It's just an office building. So Selgas Cano would be the company, maybe, or this is the architect's office, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, just one long piece of glass, and it's out in the wild. So it's kind of neat. One last building here. This is another hotel. It just incorporates natural materials. It's out in this one is based on location, I believe. It's like on the side of a mountain, and so you feel at one with nature here, which is cool, right? These teardrop chairs are pretty cool, eh? So yeah, that's some pretty neat stuff. This article here is neat, but I actually got this for the pictures. But it says it in the one sentence. If design doesn't focus on aspects of the natural world that contribute to human health and productivity in the age-old struggle to be fit and survive, it is not biophilic design. So it's beautiful. This one's got the curves. I used to work for an engineering firm called Reed Jones Christopherson, and that was like when I was in my early 20s, and they it was like clay and hay, right? And these houses were amazing. That was a long time ago. When they were first starting to come out with that, it was like they were using recycled newspaper or something too, and they still use it. They call it cellufiber now, and it's like a spray installation where it fire rates steel and stuff. It's just recycled newspaper and glue basically, and they just spray it, and it dries, and yeah, it hardens on like structures. On steel, it's used to seal you know, between the Q deck and the I beams and stuff like that. And yeah, it's cool. But that hay stuff, I don't know why it didn't catch on. Because yeah, it was a long time ago. It apparently it's really good. Like from like I've never seen it in real life. Like I've seen it in real life, but not in like real construction. Just in these demonstrations that we went to see. And yeah, the stuff was really strong, and it was a really good. I don't remember the R rating, but it was better. It was better than BAT. So that's really cool, right? I don't know why that never really caught up. It's probably the process, right? Because I know when we get our installation, it's already it's cut in a bat, so right, and or you know we cut the size, but it's so you can get them in 2-foot centers or 16-inch centers for steel or wood, and the I'm not sure how you do that with the hay and clay. I think it's you know they'd have to have it spray it in just like the cellufiber, right? So maybe it has a cost issue or something with that. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's really neat though that nah, I don't know. I don't think it is. That's probably why they're still using the other insulation. Is 'cause it's probably a little more pricey, but it's a better product, I think. And like it's so long ago, I don't really remember it. But that's something I should look more up. Though I'll just keep a note to look into that, because that's now I think the second time that's been brought up. So I'm gonna look more into that. It's just doesn't. It hasn't made any of the lists of new building materials. It hasn't made any of the lists of like the top 10s or top 20s even. I haven't seen that material anywhere. So it was it came around what, more than 20 years, or almost 20 years ago, or a little bit more than 20 years ago. And yeah, so if it's just probably one of those things that didn't take, but I'm sure there's people still trying to push it, right? It's just yeah. I don't know if you guys know, like the semi-rigid insulation, Roxol and Thermofiber, they don't use formaldehyde anymore in the product, which is amazing. Like all the years of insulation that I've done with really carcinogenic like materials. Oh, I mean, I've been pretty good over the years with protecting myself with respiratory protection, but you know, nobody is perfect, and it's scary, right? To think of some of the stuff that I've breathed in, right? Look at this, is beautiful. This is all open, and this is just like paper falling, like Life is Beautiful paper, or that was a piece of paper or a plastic bag or something. So but yeah, so direct experience of nature, so light, air, water, plants, animals, natural landscapes and ecosystems, weather. Indirect experience of nature, so images of nature, natural materials, natural colors, mobility and wayfinding. Cultural, and see, cultural is an interesting one. Cultural and ecological attachment to place. So implementing culture into the building and stuff like that is another element of biophilic design. That's really neat. I like that. Simulating natural light and air, naturalistic shapes and forms, evoking nature, information richness. That's another cool feature, or you know, thing to think about, right? We all crave information, right? And yeah, and the easier we can get it, the easier to answer we can get our answer our questions, and it's cool, right? So this building's neat. I like that, eh? Green wall. This is Paris, yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. So that's that, yeah. So where is, oh, so this page here is the, I put up, it's the Biophilic Design Initiative. So any designers or any engineers checking this out on the replay, this is the Biophilic Design Initiative. This is the group you get involved with if you want to learn more and get involved with the actual initiative itself. This is how you do it. These are the guys. So I wanted to put that up there. Just, you know, I thought that would be important. I thought there was a little bit more note, but yeah. Okay, so this. Oh, Vince, man, what's happening, man? Right on. Nice to see you made it over. Hey, Carlos too. Wow. Hey, bud. Hey, A. I'm not even sure if I say A or not. But yeah, welcome, guys. Very cool, man. This here I'm gonna play in the background. There, it's just music. But this shows that one building, I believe, and how it's broken up. Yeah, so half is guarding, half is a garden, right, and the other half is living. So if you so it's yeah so anyways it's recycling the air, it's feeding the tenants or the residents. This place is so cool. So see that over 1 million pounds of veggies can save 13 million gallons of water. Yes, so it recycles the air. And it does, yeah, see? Captures enough solar power to sell. So this thing is self-sustaining and generates enough power to spare some, to sell it, right? So this video is just awesome. It shows that all the elements basically into one building. You know, it's beautiful. So it's really neat. Like to be able to start thinking like that, right? Sustainable building, sustainable future, right? That's what this concept is awesome. It just kind of puts the icing on the cake when it comes to you know, green building and sustainable building. It's cool. So yeah, like this. I don't know if any of you guys have worked in an office before, but most offices I've been in are awful. Like I can't stand it. I want to rip my hair out. Like it's awful. Office life is awful. It's just so ugh. But if it was like this, it'd be a little better. That's for sure. It could be a lot better. Wouldn't that be neat, eh? There is, Carlos. I've seen that in Popular Mechanics. I think it was that ship, and yeah, that's really neat. Yeah, like to start thinking like this, to start putting gardens in schools and in hospitals and office buildings, so that your workers can grow food, the students can grow food, the kids, like it's awesome. Like there's so many benefits, right? So improves your cognitive function, it heals, it's, you know, it's awesome. We don't realize how connected we are with nature, I guess. Sometimes, like, we built ourselves into a corner, you know, where it's all urbanized, and we it's not an inevitable ending here, because we can build ourselves out, right? Yeah, Carlos, I love being in the field. I really tried to I tried to get out of the field because I couldn't do it forever, I guess, because I was damaging my body a lot. But my mind, yeah, I need to be in the field. The office was awful. I can't even tell you how, it's awful. Yeah. Especially if your office doesn't have a window. That was really bad. I had one office that didn't have a window. It was awful. It felt just so cold all the time, and I was just tired all day. Just tired. I didn't feel like doing anything. Yeah, it was just awful. I feel more relaxed, and I feel energy when I'm out in the field and in the open, and I'm using materials, right? it's just, yeah, it's way better. It's way better. Is that the video? Yeah. Yeah, this is really cool stuff, right? I love having the plants. You see this picture? I don't know if you see this, but see the water? So it's a flood-proof garage, so it's a reservoir. And this is the green. Looks like gardens here, right? Eh? But yeah, so this reservoir underneath keeps the car dry. So, yeah, it's cool, right? But yeah, light, wood, all those things. Yeah, so then Google is amazing, right? The Google office, Google YouTube headquarters is awesome. It has a lot of things. There was, yeah. So they have trees. They have branding, and so yeah. Just for the guys who just came to, Biophilic Design is just it's a concept meant to complement sustainable building, like green building, green, like we've been focusing on materials and like lead type of things. So how materials are made and how they're transported, how they're incorporated into the building, and what's in them. But we haven't been thinking about, there's more to it, right? So they come up with this concept, Biophilic Design, to define the elements that we can incorporate into our building now to transform our buildings, and it could be on to neighborhoods and cities, to incorporate nature, right? So natural products and lighting and just even shapes and things like that inside. I guess they're all colors, they're a bunch of things that they were able to define, to give designers inspiration for their designs, right? It's really neat. So look at this. They got a actual sand volleyball court just outside. These are the employee bikes for riding around campus, and they have these are all statues for each one of their different Android operating systems, right? And they named them ice cream sandwich, donut. You guys probably know all that stuff, right? There's like Kit Kat bar there. There's one thing I really wanted to show you. It was really cool. I'm not really too interested in all the different statues, but dinosaur. So there's a lot of art and nature around. This is the garden. That's the plaque. So more gardens. Where is it? Come on. Charge stations for your electric cars. So the solar field, which is awesome. Is this like I think this is like a driving range or something, believe it or not. So they also say using the logo throughout the building is pretty neat. I don't know. This is what I wanted. These are nap chairs. So they have these chairs where you can take a nap, and they have treadmills. So exercise and rest is also important, right? So things are shifting, and like the old like they say, massage, go for a massage and a nap. Like who wouldn't want to work at that office, right? That's sweet, right? But yeah, this lady's office, our cubicle, is pretty cool. Lots of color and lots of stuff going on there. Looks like their cafeteria's like in the basement. It looks kind of dark, no? Nap chairs, I'm all about that. This is their self-driving car, right? But yeah, I think it's really neat stuff. So they follow it. So this guy didn't get a lot of great pictures, but a couple of cool things, right? Yeah, I know. Maybe it's got some kind of hypnotic music or trance-like music that puts you right out, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna play at Google. Right, let's do it, Carlos. That'd be awesome. That would be so cool. Gotta have some coffee. See, soon I'll be advertising your real estate whisperer. I'll be advertising you, Christina. That was cool. That's Spark Center here in Edmonton. They're pretty good people over there, but I don't have any business with them anymore. So yeah, I need to change the mug out. But yeah, so that's Biophilic Design. I don't know if you guys have any questions or any thoughts on the subject. I thought it was just kind of neat to talk about it. Yeah, okay, so 15 minute nap charge. Well, was it I want to say Leonardo, yeah, sponsored by #RootCrew, yeah. And if you haven't checked out VCG Construction and your real estate whisperer, be sure to do so. You can find their links on the suggested channels, my homepage on my channel. So make sure you guys check them out, subscribe to them. Awesome channels. So 15-minute naps, yeah. I wish, I don't know, I like to go for 1 hour long naps, but I was thinking, was it Leonardo Da Vinci? Was it him who napped like 10 times a day? It was someone like that who took multiple naps throughout the day instead of sleeping one long time. And yeah, I think it was one of those geniuses. Really, like a construction project manager got a job at Google. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, everyone works at Google together. Yeah. Oh, so he's working for Google as like a construction manager or like an advisor, right? For their building, they probably have a capital projects department. So I would imagine that's what he's doing, right? Which is cool. That would be really neat to be involved with anything Google, just because they were one of the first companies to adopt this style of building, right? So employees first type of building, right? Yep, construction project manager. Yeah, so that's really cool to get involved in that. She's awesome. Ronald Reagan. Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, they were definitely one of the first companies to put employees first, building first. And we need this, you know. I think it's great. I know for my children, I have 3 right now. I have 3, and nobody knows this, I don't think, but my wife and I are expecting our 4th, and because we had Ben, like I had him before my wife, and but we've had the 2 girls. My wife was always wanting to have the 3, and so yeah, she got her wish, and so yeah, that's crazy news. She just hit 3 months, so we told the mums and dads, and we told Ben and the girls, and yeah, so it's crazy timing, but yeah. Electric pickup trucks. So yeah, so I'm all for not dumping $50 in the gas tank once a week. Yeah, so that's probably about the same. I'm putting in maybe more than that actually. But I drive a little further right now. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's crazy exciting times. I can't believe like I thinking of me a long time ago. Now to now, it's pretty cool, man. I feel pretty blessed. So, I'm very happy. So, um, diesel locomotives are really electric. Um, there's am I in a new spot like house living situation? Not we're not yet. Um, Soon by the end of this year, we're hoping that by the end of this year we will be. But the issue is we're not sure if we're gonna buy a new house, buy like an older house, I mean, and renovate it, or buy some land and build. Right? We're still kind of deciding. I think it would be cool to buy some land and build because then I can incorporate the design and build and everything like that into my channel. I could do it with the reno too, but it would be a little bit more. It'd be a little more interesting building. So we're just trying to figure that out right now. So hopefully by the end of the year we will be. Oh, I hear little feet. I hear little feet. That's why I have to stream early in the morning because when the kids wake up, it's just mayhem, right? So I that's why I have to do it early in the mornings. But I'm hoping to find another spot throughout the week I can. Like if I didn't have to go to work in the day, like if I was like YouTube full time, then yeah, I could stream during the day. But I can't. I'm at work, so right. But yeah, it's two electric dump trucks. They have the big haulers. Those are electric, and not only are they electric, they're self-generating electric. So they're self-driving, self-generating electric vehicles. That those are the big heavy haulers, right? And that are in the mines. Those are electric. I as a pickup truck for say construction. 12 noon is on Sunday. Yeah. I have a habit of waking up at between 5 and 5:30 every morning. So it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. Yeah, it would be. It would be eco-friendly. It would be. It would definitely. It would be. Hopefully, it's like self-sustaining, like, or could be self-sustaining, or yeah, there's a lot of cool ideas that like I've played around with solar and wind, and I would incorporate both of those into it. It's yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I wonder how long they take to recharge, a fully recharge a battery. But yeah, of course, the future is electric. The 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 technology's kind of been suppressed because of the oil companies are huge, right? And yeah, the Milwaukee electric truck. That's true, right? That's too funny. I think that yeah, it'll be a pretty much a standard in the future. I'm sure that the electric trucks and cars and everything, even our equipment, all of the heavy equipment is going to be electric. I'm sure. Um, yeah, I think that's the way of the future, right? 30 minutes on the on the Ryobi charger, yeah. Man, I those tools are like looking pretty crazy these days, eh? Those the Rigids and the Ryobis, they look like they were designed out of yeah, like somebody said it in the chat the other day, Area 51. Yeah, now yeah, to 50 years that's way too long. And I would wait till a little while. There's the Malarkey shingle line that I think they're actually playing with photovoltaic shingles. So the shingles will capture solar energy, and yeah, an hour and 30. Yeah. My batteries the 18-volt batteries on the Hilti take about 2 hours to fully charge, but I like, and I'm screwing into heavy gauge all day long, 5/8 drywall into heavy gauge steel all day long, and it takes 3 days to run a battery out. So yeah, they're pretty crazy. They're pretty crazy tools. An hour and 30, yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I really yeah, I just think that we need to start, with all of our designs incorporating green materials and thinking about sustainable energy, renewable energy, things like that, right? So and then now biophilic design, this gives us another angle to look at. The VR world is 3 minutes to charge. Oh, hey, sweetie, how's it going? Yeah, you betcha. I'm going to. So that's my wife on the stream. That's cool. You made it. Usually they're all asleep before I'm even done. So it's they're up early today. So everyone sleeps in, and I'm trying to be as quiet as I can down here. So the workhorse, eh? I'm gonna check that out. Did you know, is that like an off-brand, or is it like GM or somebody? Do you know, Carlos? The workhorse. Electric pickup. Aw, love you too, sweetie. That's Vince Courtney, BCG Construction. she's always kind of hovering around. She's so busy. She's got a day job that's really important and busy, and she's a social media professional, and I'm begging her every day to help me with my stuff, but she's really busy herself. So yeah, she just doesn't have time. I mean, I'd be totally killing it if she was on my team, my TM, right? But no, she's got her stuff. She's got her day gig, and she's got a side company she runs, and then of course the kids, right? So we both have day jobs, we both have side gigs, and we juggle the kids as best we can, and the house duties and stuff like that. But yeah, so super busy, but it's exciting. I love the video you put out the other day, Vince, on YouTube. It is a tough go, especially at first when you're all by yourself trying to just push through it, right? And yeah, so yeah, it's really nice to have Christina and Eddie and Vince, you all the fellow creators, and then of course everybody else, Carlos and all the gang. You guys, they've just been really fun and really cool to hang out with. So I'm gonna that's today's live stream, everybody. We're gonna be live again and with Christina today, your real estate whisperer, and her neighborhood walk. It'll be interesting, excited to see where we are today there. And yeah, so anybody catching this on the replay, make sure you check out your real estate whisperer today at noon. That's her time, so I think it's like 11 our time. It's just an hour difference. So yeah, check her out today. Gives a good tour of residential neighborhoods and some pretty nice houses. So it gives you a good idea on what you can get kind of outside of the city, right? Just a little bit outside of the cities, you can get a lot more for your money, I think, which is where we're thinking. So yeah, it's really cool to be connected with everybody. It's definitely the best part of the whole thing, right? It's definitely a blessing. So yeah, everybody, again, thank you very much for coming. I'll see you very soon over again at your Real Estate Whispers, and then of course BCG Construction. Vince, next time you stream, hopefully I get on that as well. So I'm sure that'll be probably later on this afternoon too. So all right, everybody, this is Chris. It was a pleasure to have everybody here. Thank you very much for coming, and if you're on the replay, any questions on Biophilic Design, make sure you get them in there. I'll answer them as best I can. And if you haven't already, join the Discord. There's a channel there where you can put suggestions, live stream suggestions, topic suggestions, things you want me to research for you. Put them in there, and I'd be happy to do that for you and put a stream together if it's a good topic. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you very shortly. Bye for now.